Welcome to the Till Death Did We Part podcast, a space where two hearts, two stories, and two journeys of love and loss come together. Each week, we share the raw, real, and sometimes surprising paths we've walked after losing the love of our lives. Join us, Kaylee and Kristen, as we explore the complex layers of grief, healing, and everything in between.
In this podcast, we're not just surviving, we're living, loving, and finding joy in the moments that matter most. So grab a cup of coffee or a shot of Fireball, settle in, and let's talk about what it really means to lose someone and how to learn to carry their love with you forever.
Let's just start over, Kaylee. Well, hello.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Till Death Did We Part podcast with Kaylee and Kristen.
With Kaylee and Kristen.
Do you like how I
Here
changed
on
it up
this
for
little-
us?
Yeah, I do. I like it.
I want
This is
people
all
to
about
know.
trying new things.
Yeah.
How are you? How was your week?
I mean, week was busy. It's very cold out right now.
Yeah.
Like super cold.
Yeah.
Did you get a lot of snow?
Not a lot of snow. We got a little, but mostly it's just cold as hell. Like,
Yeah.
for those of you that aren't in Colorado, the real feel yesterday was like -15 for all day.
Yeah, it was a real treat.
Yeah, it was so cold.
You look fantastic.
Thank you. I had a little bit of a crash out and impulsively cut myself some bangs with kitchen shears, so trying to
Oh.
figure out how to style that.
Looks fantastic, and your nails are on point.
You. Oh, yes, I got those. I also just did last minute last night.
Mm,
Rocking I felt like the blue was good for the like icy cold vibes we got going right now.
fair. Yeah.
They match your sweatshirt.
Yeah. Look at us matching. We planned it.
Nailed it. We're just always
Nailed
in
it.
sync.
You know what I did? I woke up this morning and was like, "Ooh, I need to rearrange my office." Hence why we recorded a little later.
Mm-hmm.
I freaking broke the desk. So
How?
I don't even know. Like it's a legit like issue as a widow or widower or divorced person or whatever. Because you're by yourself and you have to move stuff, and then like I don't have time to wait for someone to drive up here and help me. So
Yeah.
I have two parts of my desk just laying on the floor. I don't know where they came from, but
Okay. All right.
yeah, I
No
got
big
it
deal.
done. Right.
As long as it's still supporting your computer well enough that you can record, then we're fine.
Wouldn't that be funny if it just crashed? I mean, not funny, but that would be great entertainment today. So we have we've been doing this, what, since 2024?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we have 40 some episodes, and we know a lot of listeners out there haven't listened from the very beginning, which they should because it's,
Good stuff.
amazing. Yeah. You can see our progress of communicating on a podcast, and how far we've come. But a lot of people have asked still what our stories are.
Mm-hmm.
And so we thought today we would just do a recap of what happened to Dylan and what happened to Chris.
Yeah, and how we ended up here on this podcast because we've had quite a few people asking recently. So just figured we'd give the Cliff Notes version of how we got here.
Yeah, and then you can go back and listen to Dylan on episode 2 and Chris on episode 3. But I mean, Kaylee, do you want to start us off with Dylan, or you want me to go about Chris? Like,
Sure, I'll jump into it. So Dylan and I met when we were in high school. We were high school sweethearts, and he pursued me for a very long time before I finally gave in and went on a date with this poor boy. Um, and we were together for 7 years. We dated for 5 and then we're married for 2, just under 2.
you were young.
We were
So
young.
you
Yeah.
met in high school.
Yeah. So we started dating at 16. We got married at 21. And when we were 23, he died. We were on a four-wheeling trip, like side by side, like mountain trail kind of trip with a bunch of family and friends. And we had been riding in the previous days in the same side by side as my mom and stepdad, but we had some more people join us on that next day, on that Sunday. So we were driving our own four-wheeler. I was driving and he was riding passenger because he didn't grow up on four-wheelers like I did, so he wasn't as comfortable with it. And he wanted me to go ahead and take the reins on that. He had like a helmet and gear on, and I was just winging it. And we're on this trail, and we come to this turn, and there's a giant rock in the middle of the road. And so I slowed way down and I went on the outside of the rock. You could go on the inside or the outside, but the inside looked a little thin. So I went on the outside, um, which on the other side of this trail is just a cliff. I went on the outside and we were going really slow. I came to like a stop at one point and I kind of giggled and looked back at him. And then when I hit the gas to go again, the gravel underneath our back tires gave out and our four-wheeler rolled down a 20-foot cliff. And I stood up and I walked over to him and was like, "Oh my gosh, can't believe that just happened. That was crazy." And he was laying in the river and he was unresponsive. I was trying to get his attention and I couldn't get him up. And I hear my mom and her cousins were behind us and I hear them starting to pull up. So I like scream out, "Mama," and I start crying and they jump down and we tried to give CPR. We had other groups that ended up showing up that were helping us give CPR and trying to resuscitate him, and we had no luck. They pulled me away from him about halfway through, and they were trying to take care of me up back up on the trail while everybody was down at the river working on him. And eventually, a police officer came up to me and said, "Well, it's official,"
I,
which
st- I still hate that that's what they
I
said to you.
yeah, that
Still
will
hate
be
it.
burned in my brain forever.
Yeah.
Um, well, it's official. And yeah, that was the start of this journey for me. I wasn't expecting that at 23 years old, obviously. We had no life insurance, no nothing, because what 23-year-olds think that that's something that you need to have, you know?
Not
So
even
yeah.
23-year-olds. Let's be real.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, who's got life insurance on the brain, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, especially like so early on. We were about a month and a half away from our 2-year wedding anniversary. And yeah, we
Yeah.
thought we were at the beginning of our lives. We had just started trying for kids and thought we were starting this new adventure together. And instead, it was just a new adventure for me to have to figure out on my own.
Welcome to your new adventure. And that was
Welcome.
in 2022.
Yep, 2022. So I'm a little over 3 years out now. I guess a lot over. Now it's like 3.5 years, three
Yeah.
and some change. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Look
that's
at how you tell the
the
story
highlight
now.
reel.
Yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
we should have some of that like lifetime music playing in the background,
Yeah.
like getting
Dun,
to
dun,
the
dun.
guess what? High school sweethearts.
Yeah. And then
Well,
4 short months later.
and then here we go. Yeah, 4 short months later. So, um, Chris and I worked together and um like just had this amazing he was my second marriage. We just had the most amazing whirlwind relationship, friendship. It started off as friends, but we just knew right away we were going to get married, like literally from the first time we talked on the phone. We just like had that soulmate connection. Yeah, so we were great friends, talked constantly. Then when we decided to date, which was a couple years in, it was just like, I don't know, magical. So, and very whirlwind because when we
Yes.
decided to date, a couple months, like I think I said it in my episode that our third date was a week in Mexico for a dive trip. Um, just whirlwind. Like we
Yeah,
traveled.
literally the definition of a whirlwind romance.
Yeah, we traveled everywhere. We were in so many states and everybody and I had a full-time job at the time. He was retired, but yeah, we just went everywhere. Um, and it was amazing and magical every step of the way. We got married in Belize on the 4th of July in 2022 and then decided we would do our honeymoon a few months later. So, my daughter graduates high school. I moved in with him at the end of May. We get married in Belize in July, on the 4th of July. Um, and then we decided a few months later we would take our honeymoon trip to Bonaire. For those of you who don't know, it's by the Netherlands.
Mhm.
It's by Aruba. It's a ways away. So we did that because it's a huge dive location and we were big divers. Or I was getting into diving, I should say. It was like, not that I was some grandiose experienced diver, but he had had a couple hundred dives and I was at like 15, 20. Yeah, so we went there. It was beautiful. We were having such a great time. And then halfway through our trip, um, we went on a dive. He had a seizure during the dive, didn't make it. So I got to experience the being out of country and dealing with how to
Mhm.
get your person back and making decisions in another country and went through that whole process. And then, here we are. You
And
and I
here we are.
reconnected
Yeah. So, backstory on Krista and I's relationship. We've known each other for a long time
a long
now.
time. Yeah. I
We
remember when you first started dating Dylan. Like that's
I know. You were around for the beginning.
yeah.
Yeah, so Kristen has ties to my family from years and years ago. Like my mom worked for her parents when they were in high school or whatever. And so she's known my family for forever. And then she dated my dad in high school.
Not in high school.
No, when I was in high school,
Oh.
she dated. So sorry. Just to clarify, she dated my dad when I was in high school. Um, and they had split up, and we had kind of lost contact. But then she lost Chris 4 months after I had lost Dylan, and her daughter had posted something about it, so I reached out and was like, "Unfortunately, I know what you're going through. I know this sudden loss. I know that feeling, and I'm here if you need me." And here we
Yeah.
are.
Look at our tragedies. And we're sitting here. If you go back and listen to episode 2 and episode 3, even though it was just a little over a year ago that we recorded those episodes, it was much more somber telling the stories. Where here, I feel like we have like conquered it. And so I don't look back at those days anymore and go, wow, I was so helpless. I mean, I was, but I look at myself as a badass now that I went through all of that.
100%.
Same for you. Like, because I don't know if everybody caught it when Kaylee was talking. She wasn't local either. She was away.
Yeah. We were out on a
Um,
trip, not close to home.
yeah, so coroners for both of us were not our county. We
Yeah.
both had to get bodies or remains back. Um, yeah, and look at us.
Yeah.
You're doing great. I'm doing great. We tell the story now, and I think it's just so much more powerful for us.
I agree. I think there's a lot to be said about what time like that time heals, but also like this podcast has done so much for us in our journeys because it's not like we were fresh in our grief when we started the podcast. We had been talking about it for years, but when we actually started the podcast, we were both over 2 years out.
Yep,
But that version of us versus us today, it's crazy how much we've grown and changed and healed on this topic, and how we can talk about it now and it doesn't take our breath away and we don't just fall apart. We can have these conversations and talk about what that meant to us and how we've gotten to where we are now.
yeah. Talk about hope, man. I would have
Yeah.
never guessed back then, like 2022,
No.
we would be able to sit here and have like this great conversation about what happened without like streaming tears.
100%.
I even remember when we told our stories before, we both were kind of wiped out the day of our stories because
Yeah.
it took a lot.
I mean, we had to record yours a couple times because it was just so heavy. It was so
Yeah.
much that we couldn't just do it.
Yep.
We needed to process it as we were recording. Because I think one thing I love about our podcast is there's not a whole lot of space to tell the whole story. You know what I mean? There's not a whole lot of conversations that you get to have where you get to go into all the details and talk about the real trauma that we went through. And so I like having a platform where we want to know. We want you to be able to express all of that because I don't think you can heal from it if you're not talking about it, if you're not acknowledging what
100%.
you went through. And like going back to what you said a minute ago, we did like, I felt so helpless even up until when we started recording this, like, I
Yep.
just felt like, I'm the widow, like, "Oh, woe is me. Oh, this happened to me and I couldn't do anything about it," which is true,
Yeah.
but I'm not sitting in that helplessness anymore.
No.
Like, we decided to take the reins on our life again, and I think that's amazing.
No, I do too. And I agree this platform has definitely helped because it's also you don't have the judgment. Like we were able to share as much detail or as little as we wanted, and the people who are listening are so supportive. And that I think helps us. I mean, we're just
Yeah.
talkers apparently, so
We are some yappers, you know?
there's that.
100%,
I don't hold even frustrations or anger or anything like which I
no.
think I did when we first started recording of stuff. Like I just am impressed. Like I'm proud of us
Yeah.
for conquering.
I agree because when we started recording, there was resentment in a
Yeah.
lot of different ways for both of us, I think, for towards in-laws, towards ourselves, towards our
Mhm.
spouses, towards like the whole situation. I think there was still a lot of animosity that we were holding on to.
And survivor's guilt.
Yes. Oh God, yes.
But that I don't have that anymore. Do you?
No, not really. I think there's still times where I'm thinking about it and it's still I wouldn't necessarily say survivor's guilt, but just kind of the question of like, okay, so what am I doing here? Because I'm here for a reason, I guess, you know?
100%. Yeah, I feel that.
But yeah, it's not so much a guilt as it is, okay, what can I do to earn this chapter that I've been given, this life that
Right.
I've been given? Because very clearly, we know better than most that not everybody gets those opportunities and
Right.
not everybody gets to have this chance. So it's kind of like, okay, so what am I going to do to make the most of it? How am I going to help people? How am I going to help myself? How am I going to live my life the way that Dylan would want me to?
And how you want to now cuz you're not the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
And
what do
that's a
you
big
want to
thing
do?
too. And we kind of touched on that a little bit last week with Heidi, but it's not we're not that same person anymore. We're not in that life anymore. And as much as we love and will hold that space for our spouses forever, it's not about living their life anymore or that life that we had with them. It's about finding who we are now in 2026. Who are we
Mhm.
as women and or men? And what does our life look like now? What do we want it to be? What do we want this next step to look like?
Do you have you made I don't know how to word this. So, cuz we both went through such like traumatic instant deaths with our
Yeah.
spouses, doing stuff we both loved. Has that prevented you in any way from doing scary stuff? Like doing something that you love?
It did in the beginning, for sure. Like it made it hard to go out into the mountains. It made it hard to do anything that reminded me of that day. But after about a year to 2 year after around that 2-year mark, I kinda was like, "There's nothing scarier than what I've been through, so let's go." Like
I
like,
love
what's
it.
the worst that's gonna happen to me now? So, yeah, I became so much more brave, I think, so much more adventurous, so much more independent than I'd ever been in my life.
See, I don't know. Like I feel definitely more independent for me. I love that
Mm,
for you how you worded it, but now I feel like I'm getting my brave back.
yeah.
So this year, cuz you and I did vision boards before.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
I have like a vision board, but it's a bingo card. It's like hanging right above me here.
I love that,
And it
okay.
has stuff on there and it's so powerful to me this year. So as I do stuff, I'm checking it off. And I think cuz I lost Chris, like I had just gotten into this new hobby that I just loved,
Yeah.
that I lost him and I got scared to do stuff. Um
Yeah.
like I love riding horses and I love trail rides, but I'm telling you, I would go on a trail ride with my child and kind of be scared like, "Oh my gosh, am I going to fall off? Am I going to like hit a rock and
Yeah.
um but now I have it. And one of my things on my bingo card is do something you're scared of. And
I
it's,
love that.
yeah, it's fun too. Cause now I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm going to conquer some. It makes me just feel
Yeah.
powerful right now.
Well, I don't know about you, but it helped and hurted. It
It
helped and
hurted.
hurt talking to other widows
Yeah.
because then I also was paranoid about things like how other people lost their
Yes.
spouses.
Yes.
Like Melissa, who came on and talked to us early on, her husband died in a motorcycle accident, and that I had never been really that scared of motorcycles. And even though we were on a trail ride and like doing dirt bikes and ATVs and that kind of thing,
Mhm.
that didn't really affect me with motorcycles and stuff. But for
Mhm.
some reason, after her husband died, I became so absolutely terrified
Of
of
motorcycles?
traffic and motorcycles, and like all of that just really
Yeah.
got to me. And so I think that whole like the last 2, 3 years it's kind of about like remembering that any this can happen to any of us at any moment. And that
Mhm.
is terrifying. But because of that, that's exactly why we have to go do these. We have to go live because at any moment this can be taken
Yep.
from us in the dumbest way, or like we never know. You never know what's going to happen. We could wake up tomorrow and find out that we have cancer. We could wake up tomorrow and stub our toes, fall down the stairs and die. Like we never know what's going to happen. So we have to take the risks. We have to go live our lives. We have to go try all these things that you always put off because it's like, "Oh, I'll have time to do that later. I'll
Yeah.
have time. I'll try that when I'm like, no. You have to just go. You have to just do it."
I was listening to another podcast yesterday, another widow podcast, and they had a medium on, a psychic medium.
Mm.
You and I always talk about that. We got to get that done this year. But she had lost her husband. So it was her round two husband, soulmate. And I loved what she said. And she's like, you got to keep living because now that their soul gets to see all these adventures through your eyes. And I'm like, yes,
I love that view. I love that view. Especially because I was so young, because Dylan was so young
yes.
when he died. There's so much life that he did not get to live. There are so many adventures that he didn't get to go on. So I
And
love
now,
that idea of being like, "Now I'm taking you. Guess what? We're
yes,
going. You're
he's
with
going
me
to
and we're gonna
see.
go do all these things."
Yes. Didn't that, like, I loved it when she said that. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's just amazing because at first you feel like, oh, we wanted to do this together. And then it kind of was sadness at the
Yeah.
beginning, where now I'm like, I can't wait. He's going to see all this stuff through my eyes because he's still with me. Dylan's still with you. And now we get to go on these amazing adventures.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
keep living.
Beautiful. That's a great
Beautiful.
way to put it.
Yeah. Our psychic medium moments. What else is on my bingo card? I thought of the scary thing though, since you brought up motorcycles, because you're right. These people that we have on the podcast, amazing stories, and it just like we get taken in by them.
Yeah.
And the Melissa's story was tragic and awful, but I'm telling you, Heidi's got me because it was ankle surgery.
Yeah.
And like I never think about surgeries. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm gonna get a good nap. But then to find out like, oh my gosh, that didn't go well.
All of these little things with it's just routine surgery, but you
Yeah.
never know.
So my scary thing though that I've always wanted to do was
You're gonna go get
motorcycle.
surgery?
No. Always wanted to get an ankle surgery done. No. Um motorcycle. So
Okay.
got one. Um and when it warms up, because I'm a fair
Yeah,
weather everything.
I mean, it's February or about to be February in Colorado. I think
Yeah.
it's okay to wait a minute before you start
Yeah.
riding.
So I got one, yeah. And so that I was so I've always wanted it since I was in high school to be
Yeah.
a Harley chick and to just go ride motorcycles. And people are like, "Oh, you don't want to do that," because I mean, of course, I see accidents all the time, and so I kind of freaked myself out. But now I'm like, no, like I can't be scared all the time. Riding horses, I can't be scared. I love
Yeah.
riding horses. So
I am so excited for
I
that.
know, yeah, I'm gonna be a Harley chick. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. I can see it already. I can see you in like the leather jacket with the riding boots and oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It fits you, I think.
The Harley. I
Yeah.
really am so excited for the attire. I'm not gonna lie. I really am looking forward to that part.
I think it's your style.
Yeah,
It'll work for
yeah,
you.
yeah. So what about you? Anything scary you want to try this year? If
I
you were
think I want
filling out your bingo card, what would be on it?
so this is kind of a random thing, but it's one of the most terrifying things in the world to me, in my opinion. And I wanted to do it, not last year, but 2 years ago. I had plans to do it and it never worked out. But I think I wanna go skydiving.
You do?
I think so.
I love it.
I think that's the scariest thing. I don't want to, which is why I want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It sounds so scary to me, and I feel like if I could do that, then I really can just do anything. Then
you really
I will
can.
have conquered all of my fears.
I love that. Do you think you'll do it?
I don't know. We'll
I mean,
see.
if I can conquer mine, you can
Yeah.
conquer yours.
I'll see if I see a video of you riding a motorcycle, I'll
You'll
go
do it?
book my my
Okay.
skydiving.
How far do I have to ride?
It has to be
Oh,
further
this
than
is
your
easy.
driveway.
Okay. I got this. Everybody, Kaylee's going to be jumping out of an airplane. Yeah. So, what else would you put on your bingo card?
I think I wanna spread the ashes, which isn't exactly that scares me in a different way.
Yeah.
Just because that feels like kinda closing a chapter, even though, obviously he's still that's not gonna change his presence in my life, but it just feels like accepting that I'm really on to this next chapter.
Yeah.
Um, and we talked about doing it last year and neither
We
of us
both.
did, so
Yeah. We neither of us did that.
but
I thought
maybe
about that too.
2026. Maybe
Yeah.
2026.
I feel like we're going to know when it's the right time.
I agree.
I thought
I
about it this year over 4th of July. I'm like, oh, I'll go back to Belize. It'll be great. Yeah.
We'll
I don't
see.
know. Yeah. We'll
We'll
see.
see. I don't wanna force us to do it. We have to just know when it's right.
Yeah. I mean, you could take
And we can't do
little
it until we finally go on our fuzzies double date.
true because that would be a weird double date if they're not even with us after we've
Just
hyped it
saying.
up so much. God, that is going to be a funny day. People are going to think we're crazy.
I'm excited.
We should have a widow event this year.
I think that would be a really cool idea.
Yeah.
Um, like trying to do something with maybe some of the widows that have come on, or just some kind of widow event. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah. We could do an online widow event
Yeah, like a
to
big
introduce
Zoom
people.
call thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, got some
Hmm.
ideas cooking, guys.
Yeah.
What do you guys want us to do in 2026? What kind of topics do you want us to cover? Who do you want us to talk to? What do you want us What's gonna help you guys heal?
Right?
Are
I
you
think.
coming skydiving with me? What are we doing?
Yes. I'm not, but I'm going to video it. I will be your videographer.
Okay, perfect.
This girl will not be jumping out of an airplane. I passed that in my younger days. Yeah. I mean, so there's our stories and how far we've come. Just what's ahead, man. Oof. So excited. Like dating and I don't know that
Is that on your bingo card?
um
To go on a
I
real date, maybe?
instead of my fake dates,
Yeah.
um I have I'll tell you what's on my bingo card. What's on there is host a widow event. So it works out well that we're talking about it.
Mhm.
Um I want to go to the hot springs because
Ooh,
we have
okay.
hot springs all around us. I can't
We
believe I've
do, and
never
I
gone.
haven't been to them. I think I've been to it one, like, year like, when I was little. We went to Hot Springs one time. I've never in my adult life.
Yeah. So run a 5K. I don't
That's a
know why
good
I
one.
want to do that, but I'm not really into running, but why not?
Like, run the whole time or just, like, do a 5K? You mean, like, run it for
I mean
real?
like like actually
You mean,
run?
like like
Yeah.
3-mile-an-hour minimum? Like,
Yeah, I'm going to
you're gonna,
run a
like, run it?
5K. Yeah. Yeah.
Whew, good for you,
Um
girl.
I know. Let's see what are some other ones that are good up there. Be a badass. Check.
Check,
You have
done,
to give yourself some stuff
accomplished.
that's like easy.
I need some easy wins on there so I feel motivated to keep going.
Yeah. More social media content for us is up there.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think we could just touch so many more people for the ones who aren't maybe podcasters. that they want to hear it, but they're not really listening to Apple Podcasts or anything. So I think,
Some TikTokers.
yeah, I mean, why not touch more people? Because we run into them at all stages. And we're here. Like, obviously, we were given the gift to gab,
Yep.
and we have healed so much. So bring our healing to others. Do the thing that scares me. Yay. Yeah, just golfing more, learning two new hobbies.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm I love what having Heidi on the podcast has done for you. Like I love that it just like awakened this side of you and you're like, "No, I'm going to go get some hobbies. I'm going to go try these things." I love it so much.
Yeah.
Because finding new hobbies has been one of the most healing parts of this chapter of my life. Like
What are your
starting
new
my bowling,
hobbies?
I'm in 2 bowling leagues
But weren't
minimum,
you, were you a
usually
bowler
between 2 and
before?
3. No. No, I
You
didn't.
weren't?
Like
Just your dad
I
was.
bowled in high school. Like Dylan and I took bowling my senior year of high school, but it was like that's just because we didn't want to take a real gym class, so we just sat and bullshitted for an hour before school in a bowling alley. There was no
Mm,
classwork to it.
yeah.
And like barely, but that was it. Like I had grown up in bowling alleys because my parents had always bowled, but I had
Hmm.
never really been big into bowling. But when my parents' house burned down, my dad and stepmom's house burned down the year before Dylan died, and when they were rebuilding, my stepmom fell down their stairs and broke her foot, and so they needed a bowling sub for her because she couldn't be on the team anymore. So they asked me to join, and I fell in love with it,
That's how you
and
started bowling?
that's how I started bowling.
Oh my gosh.
um, so yeah, so I started bowling 2 years ago now, and I this year I was brave, and well, I guess last year, 2025, I was brave, and I started a bowling league not with my friends and like with a whole new group of people that I met through bowling, and
Wow,
so
that
now
is
I'm in.
brave.
I know. I'm making like real adult friends as a person, as an adult person. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know how you make new friends as an adult, but I'm trying.
Good for you.
Thank you. But yeah, so I'm in like 2 to 3 bowling leagues at a time. Um, I've always really been into karaoke, but I've gotten really into like karaoke and singing and
Yeah.
like I was playing in my stepmom's band with them every once in a while for a hot minute there and just really digging into things that make me happy.
Good
Like
for you.
and it's been so nice and meeting all these new people through it has been really exciting.
I'm telling you, even since we started the podcast, my friend group is just so, I feel like it's just continuing to change. And like,
Yeah,
I just love who's in my life right now.
me too. And funny enough, talking about my new bowling team, um, one of their birthdays was last weekend, and we did a surprise party for her. And I showed up, and I didn't know anybody else there other than the 2 girls that are on my bowling team. So I was meeting new people, and I was trying to be brave and talking to strangers, and something came up about, like I said, something about podcasting. And one of the ladies that I had just met was like, "Oh, what do you podcast about?" And I was like, "Oh, widowhood and life after loss." And she's like, "You seem too young to know what that's about." And the girls that I
Surprise.
bowl with were like, "She is, but but yet." And she was like, "Oh, like what happened?" And I kind of gave her the Cliff Notes version, and everybody was kind of quiet for a minute, and I was like, "Sorry, I didn't mean to like kill the mood, you guys." And one of the girls that I bowl with looked at me and she's like, "Don't you ever feel like you killed the mood. Anytime you tell that story, I want you to know that you're just telling everybody what a fucking badass you are."
100%.
And I was
Love
like,
it.
"Thank you so much. Like, thank you. I need that reminder sometimes." So I thought that was amazing. And
That is
I
amazing.
love the people that I have in my life. I love the support system that I have, the friends that I'm making, widows and non-widows, and it's just been a very healing year.
I always want to have a new hobby, but I just always let work monopolize my hobbies. And
Mhm.
so I'm like, it's on my bingo card and I can't like not get a bingo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I actually put fishing and cooking as
I
my
ro-
two.
Okay, love that. Let's go
Mhm.
fishing.
Yeah.
Please, let's go do that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I also cooking is on my I didn't make a bingo card, but on my board of things that I want to do this year, I really need to be better about cooking.
Same.
Ironically, one of the hobbies that I've picked up is I go to bingo every Thursday with my sister.
You do?
Hmm.
See, I need to get out of this mountain town too. It'll make it easier to go do stuff.
That's fair.
There's just
That is
nothing
fair.
close, and it's not fun to drive
No, not
that
all the way up the
much.
pass.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Good for you. You really have come out like
Yeah.
of from not even like I don't think we were in like crazy sorrow grief at the time we started. It was just like gray.
It
Like it
was,
was
yeah.
good. The
Like we
colors
were
were coming
living, we
back.
were doing things, we were working on
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, it's like you added a few more colors to the palette this last year.
Yes. Yeah. Super fun. God, look at us grow. When was the last time you were around a brand new widow? Like brand new.
Um, brand new March
Yeah.
of last year, I think. I think it's been almost a full year since I've had a new widow in my life.
I can't believe we're just sitting here too. And like, when was the last time you were with a new one?
Yeah. When's the last time you saw a fresh one?
I saw one um early mid December. And it was
Okay.
funny because they were making comments of, I just want to be with him. I just want to be with him. I just want to be with him. And the friends were like, oh my gosh, she's going to kill herself. I'm like, she's not going to kill herself.
No, she's just feeling the normal feelings of widow.
And I remember when I was talking to her, I was telling her, I'm like, you're normal. Like, we all want to be with them, but we
Yeah.
don't mean we want to kill ourselves.
Yeah.
She's like, no, but everybody thinks that. And I'm like, just watch,
Yeah.
not everybody can take those words.
Yeah. You just got to find the right group.
Yeah,
Come
you're
listen
right
to the
group.
podcast. Come find our widow people. We'll bring you to the right crew.
Yeah, it's funny though to think like we've all made those comments. I just want to be with them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember those days. Being on
Right?
basically suicide watch by my family.
Because they weren't sure what it means. Like,
Exactly. They're like,
does
"Oh,
that mean
okay."
she really wants to go? Like,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I was looking, oh my gosh. So I was scrolling through my phone the other day, just seeing where I was,
Mhm.
like about the month after Chris died. And I was looking at what I had like screenshots of or memes I had saved. And I saved one. Let me see if I can still find it. And it was And I sent it to a couple friends that were like super close. I probably sent it to you too. You just may not remember. Um, the statistics one. Do you remember that? Let's see.
I don't remember.
It was was doing Google searches. Um, remember because when you first start, like you just feel
Mhm.
like you're not going to make it. Like
Yeah.
everything is so horrible. Your body hurts. Your heart is so broken you don't even know. So I found this study back then. And I sent it to a couple friends and I had texted them recently and I'm like, thank God you didn't put me on a mental health watch. Because I'm pretty sure it accompanied, like, I sent it to him and I was like, boy, my odds aren't very good. I should start preparing. But it was a study that was published in the Journal of Public Health, found that people whose spouses had just died had a 66% increased chance of dying within the first 3 months following their spouse's death. So I sent that to all my. And I remember
Yeah.
they both like two of them responded. Did I send it to you? Do you remember that?
I don't
You were
remember that.
fresh too, so you're probably like, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I probably was like, "We are gonna die, girl.
we
Brace
are,
yourself."
girl. It hurts. um, they both had responded and they're like, I really think that's for older couples. Like, you're gonna be fine. I don't know. I just look back at some of the things I posted back then are
Yeah.
very different. And
Yeah, like the
everything.
Facebook memories pop back up and I'm like, "Oh yeah, she was hurting."
Yeah.
Well, and I think when you that those initial days and stuff, you do feel like your heart hurts so much that you do think, "I think I'm gonna die." I
Yeah.
feel it. My body is shutting down. Like,
Yes.
my body is taking me to go be with him, whether I'm trying to do that consciously or not. You feel like it feels like The Notebook. I understand why they just die together because it feels like you can't it feels like your whole body is
Like,
just shutting down.
yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
there's no way you're gonna make it through. And then look at us now, Kaylee.
Look at us. Thriving.
Thriving. You're gonna go skydiving. I'm gonna be a Harley chick. Hello. I'm gonna be posting videos from Sturgis.
Yes. Yes, I'm ready for it. I'll
Appropriate
ride
videos.
bitch. I'll ride bitch. I trust you.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Look at us. I'm very proud of us. So 2026 is gonna be banging year. We are gonna start releasing, let's just put it out there so we make sure it happens, but we're gonna start releasing videos. Like we are gonna show you all of our facial expressions when we
We
record.
are.
Yeah, all the
Which,
stuff we do.
you know, when we originally talked about releasing the videos, I was like, man, that means I'm gonna have to like look presentable every time. I don't think I'm gonna, guys. I think you're just gonna get what you
You're
get.
gonna get what you get.
Sorry, I've got acne today, and that's just what you're gonna have to deal with.
You look fantastic.
Oh, thank
No,
you.
but it'll be great. So this is a big year. We're gonna focus on so much of growth,
Yes.
positive.
Hmm.
We're gonna venture out there. I'm gonna go on 3 dates.
Yes, you are. I believe it. I
Real
believe in
ones.
you.
Oh, you had asked me and about am I gonna date? Is it on my bingo card? And I put when ready. So that leaves it
Okay.
open.
Okay.
Right?
I
Yeah.
respect that.
Yeah. Leaves it open.
All right, guys. Well, there's a little recap for you on how we met, who we are, why we're doing this,
Yeah.
what it's done for us.
And if you like this podcast and you've been following it, like give us a like, comment on it. It just keeps us up in front of everybody.
Yeah.
If you're just now listening, follow us. Go back and listen to episode 2 and 3, and you'll get like the full blown Kaylee and Kristen stories
A
and
lot
the
more
Dylan and
tears in that
Chris.
version.
Right? Ah, so funny. Yep. All right.
Well, thanks,
Signing off.
guys. We'll see. We got more guests coming next week, so we'll see you so soon.
Bye.
Bye.